I always think of Wingapo Father from Pocahontas.
Oh, yeah. In case you forgot who we are, this is Abby.
Hi.
I'm Danielle, but Ellie.
Abbey and Elle.
The Firefly hook meets Ellie inspired. It's been a while.
It has.
But we thought it was time to come back
We're back.
from hibernating.
Yes.
We were hibernating, kind of.
But now we're ready.
We're ready. Let's
We're
go.
so ready.
Let's take on the world with all the yarn.
With all the yarn. We're gonna do some weaving today. These are my two favorite
Those
little
are so
weaving
pretty.
books. So we're gonna do a wall hanging, kind of like this guy up here. See if I can find a picture. But we're gonna use, there you can see the titles now.
Oh,
We're gonna use very
pretty.
simple tools because you don't need to buy a very expensive loom to make awesome weaves. You just don't. So this is just a cardboard. I got these on Amazon. They're like $1 a piece probably.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so going on Amazon.
So you just take your string and tie it to the corner.
Okay.
Danielle's gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you people. She's gonna boss me,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna do it. I feel like I'm doing this really like.
That's
silly,
alright. It
like,
doesn't have to be super, you just tie it once and then it will be
there.
Yeah. So then go
Down.
through here
Through here.
first. So then you have them all through the things. Yep.
Okay.
And then down to that side and then back up the other side. So it's
Back
on
up.
each side.
And then you just keep going through the
Yeah.
process.
Spiral around the whole thing.
Okay.
So I did it like this so you can fill up this side and then you could continue on this side and go this way. I really love weaving. I'm gonna admit that I am not very good at finishing. Like
I love weaving
getting
too.
everything secure at the end, but I really love doing it. So we have this. We
Go
have
back into your room, sweetie. Children
weaving
are having quiet time.
needles. Yes, children have a quiet time. If you remember from all our other videos, there are 9 children between the two of us, so there's lots going on. That's a lot of feet.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of feet, lots of toes. And then we have these. So we're just gonna use this
Don't worry about it.
and the scissors and these to hang up our weaves at the end. So not a lot of tools.
I'm all stuck on everything.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, this probably cost less, I mean for sure less than $5 in supplies.
Okay. So,
So-
Matthew.
So go up to here and then tie.
Here, you want to
This is
tie?
gonna be the best video.
Situation fixed.
It's all good.
It's all good. Okay.
So I love this one with all the textures in it.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
I'll show you. There's
Show the people.
So this is the warp, I believe. Warp, and then this is the weft.
The weft,
Weft.
not the white. I'm just kidding. Lame joke.
Bad. Wah wah. So it doesn't really matter how you weave, as far as like if you go over one, under one, over one, under one, or you can do 2s. Or you can do, you know, 1 and then 2. There's no rhyme or reason. The only thing that matters, the only rule in weaving is that if you end, like so I'll end up over here, if I end under, then when I come back this way I have to start over the top. So if it ends under, you have to start over. If it ends over the last string, then you have to start under when you do your pass. So we'll show you that once we get across. That's the only rule, that's what I love about it. It's like painting.
Simple.
Painting with yarn. So we're just gonna do some weaves and we'll show you as we go.
Are you doing every other?
Yeah, this time.
Let's do it.
And then the first pass, because I'm lazy and I don't like weaving ends in, I pull it through so it's not sticking out the end because I don't want it to pop out.
Are we starting at the, is this our bottom?
I make it my top.
Oh, okay, and
Yeah.
then you just work down.
Yep.
Okay.
And another trick I learned to keep your everything even is you make a hill or a mountain and then you push it down. So instead of straightening it, you actually do it like this, because then it doesn't suck in your
What do you do with the little end?
warps here. Just pull it through until it's all the way under that first one.
Like that?
And don't worry if it pops out. Yeah. So there's our first pass.
First pass.
So I ended under. Did you end under, over? You were under.
I was under.
So this is what we're talking about. This last piece went under this string here. We can get a little closer. So that ended up under. So now when I go, I have to start over this one, then go under the next one.
Mm-hmm.
That is truly the only rule.
Okay.
I could go and skip all of these. It doesn't matter. It's going to hold together. But I'm going to do the same under, over. You can also make it so your warp doesn't show after you go for a while. So that's why I just use some ugly white yarn, because I want to cover mine up. So
Yeah. Some people show theirs,
yes,
but we don't want it today.
I wanna. So what I do to keep them straight is I hold this right here and I make an angle like this, and then I pull this down to make my hill, because then it's not going to pinch this in. I think that's the hardest part about weaving, is keeping these lines on the outside straight, because they have a tendency to pucker or get pinched in.
Oh, yeah.
So then if you just push your hill down, it doesn't pull on that side.
Okay, so I am right here. How do I
So put your finger right there
put it in it?
on that
On
side,
this.
and now pull here at an angle. So this is open like an alligator,
Like that?
and then push this down so you have a hill. Yep.
Mhm.
And then now push it down.
Okay.
I'm not a master at it, but those are little tricks that.
No, that's good. I mean,
I've
I've done
read
weaving before,
about-
but it's always good to learn the itty bitty tricks that help.
Yes, is where you keep it
So-
straight, but
Right. So on this one, then we ended over instead of under.
Yeah.
And then we would go
under to start, and then over.
Under now. See how it's over the yarn? Now we're gonna go under the first yarn. Just in case you wanted to know.
Yes. So now it's starting where you can't see the weft underneath my warp. And I really hope I'm saying those the right way. You weaving pros, you'll just have to forgive me if I mix things up.
Oh, about to be in the
So I'm gonna run out of yarn. So I just weave it through as far as it will go. And then I pop that out. And then I'll just weave it with my fingers as far as I can make it reach. Looks like it's gonna be nearly perfect. I'll kind of just stick it. So there's my end right there, and I have my hill. So I'll just push it down. Like that. There it is. And Danielle and I were just hilariously talking about how when I weave, I'm flipping it like this to show you, but I'm looking at it like this is the top, and I'm weaving down. And she likes to start at the bottom and go up. And I'm like, I can't do that, but you can. There's no, that's not a rule. It's just how my brain works. So, because this is gonna be your.
This is gonna be my ground.
The ground.
Or like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, the earth. The earth. The earth. Oh my gosh.
Beneath my feet.
I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the skies a limit.
Okay.
Isn't that Carole King?
I actually have no idea who
She's
sings that.
That's the Gilmore Girls theme song.
Oh.
And then she
yeah.
stars in the show for a while.
I think I forgot because I watched the whole season.
Yes.
No, actually, did I? Yeah,
She's
I
in
had to because I was like, I'm missing something.
She's in season 3. Okay, so then I ended here, but because it kind of ended perfectly, I'm just gonna start here because I ended here. But if it ended in the middle and then you were using the same color, you would figure out where it dropped off and then start a little back and weave it in and start your weave here again, if that makes sense. So kind of where it ended, that's where you drag your tail to. start there. But mine started here. I'm just gonna start over on this side. I'm hoping for a very boho weave. That's what I'm going for.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Look at all the fuzzy, this is upcycled saris turned into yarn.
Yeah, you got me hooked on those. Those are fun.
Really different.
I'm still on boring brown.
That's okay. Gonna get there. Something.
Oh, do you mean the
No. We're like, hello.
Hello.
So this time, this ended like this. So I'm actually just gonna weave it in with my fingers so it gets tucked in, because I don't want to weave it in later. I don't like weaving things in later. So
She's particular about the whole weaving in things. No.
Yeah, I'll just don't want to do it later. So there, now it's tucked in, and then I don't have to deal with it later on.
Yay. Less work.
There we go. I think I'm gonna. I have these tassels. I'm gonna have to reblock them. They got a little wonky, but I think they're already made, and I think I'm just gonna
So cute.
tie
Yes.
them in here.
Do it.
And then flip them up and weave them over. Weave
Do
over
it.
them.
Do
I'm gonna
it.
do it.
Do it.
Oh my gosh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm so excited. I just had an epiphany. Lightning struck my brain. What movie is that?
I actually don't know.
Hook?
Hook. Hook. Give us the hook.
I watched that movie.
I haven't seen that in a while.
not too many
That's our thing,
times.
but we're always like, Peter, you're doing it.
You're doing it. My husband and I always say, anytime we say we tried, we're like, I tried. He was there.
tried.
We tried, we didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
Tried.
I tried.
That movie's great for almost any circumstance in life.
Really is.
Oh, look at this. Forgot I was working on a leash for Gracie.
Aw, cute. Oh,
I'm so over it though.
you're over it.
Yeah. Done.
And I don't even care.
I'm gonna use this. Under two. Try something different.
Do it.
Watch me.
Watch me now. All right. Now they're all tied on. I did it on every third. And then I'll show you what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be epic, I hope.
I'm excited. Show us, Abby.
It's gonna be crazy maze. Okay. So I did my black, like a triangle. So you just don't go quite all the way to the end, so you stop, and then you don't go quite to the end until you just keep going shorter and shorter. And I did a bunch of times, extra times in the center because I wanted it to look more angled. So there's that, and then I pushed all the tassels up, and now I'm ready to go under the tassels. And then I think I'm gonna take, I like tied them on, so I think I'm gonna push those to the back after I weave once, maybe. I don't know. I need to figure that out. So that's what's next. Okay, so this is upside down because I'm putting these down here. But I just filled, I think I actually went all the way across to the middle, and then I pushed it down. And then I started going back and forth here until it reached all the way there, all the way across, and pushed it down, and then I just went back and forth. So I just filled in basically 2 triangles on each side, if that makes sense. So then when I flip it, I still have to put those guys on the inside. I didn't do that. So then they're like this, kind of covering. So I think I'm gonna do a little more of this because I actually like how this looks under there, and then start again with some other colors. So that's my plan.
Yeah.
You've got awesome things going on with you.
I'm doing random things in my brain over here.
I love it.
I should show. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. I'm kind of thinking of doing like a little nature theme. So this is my ground. I'll let you guess what the white is and what this is gonna be. It's gonna be fun, I think. We'll see. It could be a terrible disaster. It's gonna be great, or it's gonna be fabulous. We'll find out. But we will continue weaving, and then we will pop back on and show you the finished work.
Okay.
And we're back.
Back with weaving.
Back with weaving. So the one that I was making, look at hers. Look at this cute braid thing on the bottom. How did you do that? Can you maybe tell us how you did that?
I don't have my books.
Oh, okay. Do you go like?
It's like I think it's a sumac stitch.
I love it. Here's mine. I finished mine.
So cute.
This is me
So
being
wintry.
a totally perfectionist 4 and being like, I don't love it. So it's supposed to be like a winter scene. You got the dirt
Yeah.
and the snow and then the tree with like snow spots and then like leftover leaves with clouds and sky. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it.
I love it. You should give it to me.
So this is mine off the board because I took mine off because I was done and I was like, I'm gonna make a new one. This one's ugly.
Because I only gave her one board.
She did.
Yes. So mine went here, and then I flipped it onto this other side. So, because I have more, this is what I want at the bottom on my tassels. So you'll be able to see those in a second. But once you get done.
Mine would look like this. See, if it were connected.
So you have your strings on the board. You need you could probably fill it in almost to here. Maybe not much more than this, because you need some length up here, because this is where you're gonna put the dowel. Do you want to grab the dowel? So that's gonna hang up on here. So you need something to tie it on. So you need a little bit on there, and then down here you need enough to weave these pieces back up. So I'm actually gonna cut it just right down the middle. It always feels a little scary, but it's like you're setting it free. It's not scary.
Be free!
Be free. So I just swipe them off so they don't get stuck. And then this guy, because of here,
Oh my gosh, I'm so
I
scared.
can pull the middle out, yeah. So you just pull this guy out,
Oh my gosh, look at that. So beautiful.
and then it all goes like,
Look
can
at
you
that,
see?
so
There we
fun.
go. And then the other side, so here is where it flipped over. It was on the other side of the board, but it worked because you do it really tight, and then once you take it off, it sits together nicely. So there's the whole thing. And then what I'll start in the video, so I don't do the dowel first, I just leave those there. And if you don't mess with it, it's not gonna fall apart. So you just need a yarn needle of any kind. It's a little hard to work with this and do this, but you could have a longer one than this. I have some yarn needles that are like this long, so it's fine. So I'll just take, yeah.
Me to do. Should I do something on mine?
You could.
This is my bottom. Should I do something with my bottom?
Yeah. So some people, you could tie, I might actually do that. Okay, so these are the first two on this side. Does that make sense? So that goes all the way across. And you might have an odd number, and then you have to tie 3 together. But these guys, because you have an under and an over, if you tie like so.
Tie your under and over.
Yeah. So then it secures over here. So if you, let me show the next guy.
So I should do this. Am I doing this right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's an under and an over, and if we tie them together, it's basically securing this last weave, so it's not going to come apart.
Tighten a knot?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 or 3 times just so it stays. So if you were doing like a clean end, you'd probably want to think about that with what you use for your warp, because you want it to be like the same color. But I did tassels on the bottom so it hides everything, because I'm actually not that great at finishing off really nicely. There are definitely better videos out there. That's not the point of this video. I'm not saying that we're like professionals at weaving, but
No,
but
we
really
just like
it.
to try. We just like to take on new things and try them out.
Yes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 together, actually. I am pretty free-spirited with finishing off in crochet or weaving. I just kind of make it look even on the end, and however I need to accomplish that, that's what I do. So I'm going to put these on the needle together, and then I'm just basically going to weave it through either side, because you got these 2 strings here together in one. But you're just going to push it between these guys, because you don't want it to show up on the other side. But you're just sort of feeling for the space. So it'll pop out the side. Let me see if I can see that. I'm sorry. It's like the same color as my shirt. So I push it through there.
Oh my gosh, it is.
And we're just gonna push it out. Let's see if I can get it. I push it through the silk, and the silk is a little gnarly. Okay, so now the knot is pulled into here, and I pushed it through here. So I'm gonna give you guys a close-up so you can see that a little bit better. So it started here and I pushed it through here and that popped out to here. And now you can trim this and it's not gonna come apart. It's gonna be okay. So now that part is done right there. Move on to the next one. Totally lost my needle. Stick the yarn on there. Just having it meander through so it's hidden. Pull it out, which it's like really on right through that silk section. There we go. It just totally caught onto half the silk. That's all good. Pushing that through. And then trimming it. No one will see it. So now I've got 2 done here and push through. There's the ends. This is a different end, so just kind of ignore that guy for now. He's just coming out the side. But I'm just dealing with all of these across the top. So once we get across the top, I'll show you what that looks like once they're all woven in. Did you have anything you wanted to add on this video?
Well, I'm just almost thinking like I'm not gonna weave mine in. Leave it tassely at the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah.
I tied mine all at the bottom, but I'm kind of thinking I might leave mine like that, except for maybe cut them and trim them, and maybe even like undo the string so they fray. So I'm gonna take that out of my mouth so that makes more sense.
Oh, yeah.
But like undo it like that. But maybe I should trim them first so that way they don't.
Do it. I have to be in the car right now.
Oh, she's gotta be in the car, peeps.
My children be getting off the bus.
She's gotta go pick her kids up because that's what a responsible parent does. I mean, not pick them up, but go meet them.
Be there when they get home.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
It's gonna look so awesome.
I'll text you a picture.
Do it. Just have me leave it. Bye guys, see you next time.
I'm gonna finish this video by myself.
Give some to the fish.
Here you go, fishy. This is hot.
All right, so now we're gonna finish our weaves, yeah?
Yeah, well, she's gonna finish hers. I went through and tied in my ends and left the bottoms like that.
Oh, curly.
So they're kind of dangling curly. This is the backwards. Let's face forward. And then I stick through the top.
Perfect.
However, when I did it, when I was tying this, I pulled too tight, and see how it's kind of, see how it's kind of a little bit like pulled up a little bit on the side. I was like, oh
right.
no.
It's just wabi-sabi.
It's wobbly. It's okay. So this is technically straight.
I like
And
it.
it's like,
It's great.
it's cute.
So I finished my bottoms that I showed on the video, so those are all woven in. And now I just have my tassels dangling. And there's the back. And I decided to weave in the top like I did the bottom. So those are all woven in because I didn't want white yarn for my top.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna grab some silk here. So weave it through the corner. You can see that all right. Pull this through. And I don't know, maybe I'll tie it for good measure.
And my house is being worked on, so all that hammering, they're doing siding.
Yeah, disclaimer. We don't have a soundproof room. We're not Reba McEntire or Justin Timberlake, so get over it. This is our life. I've been to Reba McEntire's studio in Nashville.
You have?
And it's soundproof. They can land a helicopter on top of the studio, and the studio is actually like the actual recording place is like there's air in between. It's like suspended in the air. So it doesn't get any vibrations from anywhere. So she can land her helicopter on top.
Her helicopter. She's fine. She's got it.
So I know these things. Okay, so I'm basically gonna do a whip stitch. I just feel like you can't see this very well. Like
Whip it
this.
good.
So you're gonna push it straight through. So I'm kind of following where the weft was before, the warp that we did before. So you push it through this way, pull it straight back, and then you're coming back again this direction.
So I'll keep doing that across so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like. All right, so there it's woven or whip stitched all the way across the top of the weave around the
See, it looks nicer.
thing. So I just did a little knot on this end like I did here. And then
You can tie a bow.
these don't have to be, this doesn't have to be even up here, but you just want it to hang straight when you tie it. So I just would pinch it till it looks pretty straight.
Oh, look at that.
So you're probably out of the, so I just tied a knot up on the top. I don't know if you can see that there. And then I guess it doesn't really matter. This will just, it'll hang a little bit to the side if I didn't get it perfect. But
Cute.
then I could trim that
Look at
or
how cute that is.
whatever, but there it is. And I trimmed these kind of go down like this and then these were straight. So there it is.
Oh,
There we go.
I think it's like.
I really love yours though. I do.
It's fun.
I like your clouds.
My clouds make me
I
happy.
do like how your fringe turned out on the bottom.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted something fun and funky.
So these are the books that I have.
Inventive weaving.
Inventive weaving, trying to get the whatever on a little loom. Even though we just use boards and you really can just use boards. And then there's DIY woven art. So that one's really fun too. Lots of projects.
Ooh,
So
I like projects.
I definitely look those up. Those are my reference books for weaving. So there we go.
There you go. Thank you for sharing.
We did it.
Wonderful.
So
Well-
thanks for watching
Yeah.
our weaving.
Hopefully you learned something and maybe hopefully you made something too.
Yeah. So comment below and show us what you made.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
See you guys later.